Hola, buenas tardes. Bienvenidos a H5C en tu comunidad. El día de hoy estamos en vivo en Walnut Creek. Al lado derecho tengo conmigo el presidente de la Cámara de Comercio, Johnny Huang. Y al lado izquierdo tengo aquí a Laura Maldonado, el Office Manager. ¿Cómo estamos todos el día de hoy?
Bien, gracias.
Muy bien, empezando la semana, todo bien, todo muy bien.
Qué bueno, ese es nuestro segundo programa y el día de hoy vamos a hablar nosotros de lo que nosotros hacemos para la comunidad y también vamos a explicar cómo pueden ser miembros y cómo ayudamos también a los miembros para que ellos puedan crecer su negocio. Johnny?
Yeah, thank you for this radio station. We want to thank Douglas for allowing us to have the airtime for this hour. And welcome everyone to H5C in your community radio station, H5C en tu comunidad, en la radio, en vivo.
That's really good.
Yeah,
Good job.
Gracias. Me voy a practicar mi español.
You're doing good.
Muy bien.
So, yeah, let's start off. We have a lot of things to cover today. The first segment, we're going to talk about the chamber and why we are here. Laura is going to assist us with questions from the audience. And if you are listening now, we are on Twitter at H5C.org, Hispanic Chamber CCC. And the hashtag is...
we have a phone call.
We have a phone call. Oh, we're hello. You're on the air.
Oh, it's from Puerto Rico.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
I'm calling for Puerto Rico.
Oh, ¿habla Aurea?
Sí, te estoy viendo.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Aquí tenemos a...
Bien.
Bien.
Estamos viendo lo único que como que el sonido no llega bien, no sé, como que se repite la voz, como que si estuvieras repitiendo.
Oh, okay.
Sí.
¿Sí se puede bajar el volumen un poquito?
¿Cómo?
¿Sí puede usted bajar el volumen?
Yo estoy me vine de allí. Estoy fuera, dejaron en el cuarto, porque yo la tengo en el cuarto y estoy en la sala.
Oh, okay. Entonces...
voy a bajar el volumen a ver si se oye mejor. Está bien.
Muchas gracias.
Pero para que sepa que estamos viéndote, ¿ok?
Muchas gracias por hablar, Aurea.
Ok, bye. Éxito.
Everybody, that was my mother-in-law. She was calling in from Puerto Rico.
Oh, checking up on
I
you
guess
already.
we have a bigger reach than what I thought.
Hey, that's all right. You know, the bigger the reach, the more we can promote Contra Costa County through the chamber, and the more people can think about San Francisco. They don't really think about Contra Costa. So, in the county of Contra Costa, we have a lot to offer. And basically through our membership, we can help the tourists that come into this area get guided on where to eat, where to sleep, and what to do within this area, and what kind of events that are happening. So at this time, I wanted to finish promotion of our Twitter account. It's Hispanic Chamber CCC. The hashtag is hashtag H5C in your community. So again, you can dial in. You can go on Facebook. You can go on Twitter and engage this radio show to make sure that your questions are heard and hopefully be answered at the same time.
Good. I do have a question. We had an email last week where they were asking, what does H5C stand for? What does that mean?
Well, H5C stands for Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Contra Costa County. So the 5 C's is the Chamber of Commerce, Contra Costa County.
Okay.
And then the H obviously is Hispanic.
I see. Well, that makes sense.
We also got some questions in regards to what's actually a Chamber of Commerce. What can it do for our business, for the community? Can we talk a little bit more about that?
Mr. President?
¿Cuál es el rol de una Cámara de Comercio?
So the role of the chamber, and speaking from the president's side, is that the chamber is a membership organization at first and foremost. We attract business members to come and be part of our membership, and part of our membership is the mission. And if you can get a chance to look at the mission, I'll read it for them. But basically, we have our business members that come and interact with us through our various events. And the main purpose for the chamber is to promote each person's business, each member's business. So let's say, for instance, you have a restaurant and you're a member. You want to, go out and reach potential people. Well, through the chamber, you can come to the events, or you can host an event at a mixer, and the chamber has the responsibility to help grow the chamber with you, with the other people, with the other memberships, to go around. That is first and foremost what the chamber should do, is promote each other's business. So right now we have a roster of over 250 members. And it ranges from small business members like myself and Ray to corporate members. Every month.
Promotion is only one part of it, correct?
That's correct. Promotion
Okay.
is the basic part of it, and to me, it's the most important part, because when you join a chamber of commerce, you want to be able to do business, and you want to be able to gain business out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell potential people to come in to the chamber, become a member, I tell them, it's kind of like a gym membership. We can sell you a membership to the gym, but in order to get lean and, mean, well, not mean, but lean and fit, you got to go to the gym. It's
Right.
the same concept as with the Chamber of Commerce. You become a member, you have to get involved. And how do you get involved? Well, one is attendance to the mixers. We understand that sometimes, members can't go to a evening mixer, so we have a daytime event. We understand that sometimes members can't make it to the daytime event, so we have an evening event. So we have certain events in certain different time slots to hopefully cater to our business members, and to be able to gather them together in order to get to know each other.
Network is also another important part of being with the chamber, correct?
Networking, that's
Right.
correct. That is
Correct.
actually the biggest important part as far as business opportunities.
So networking sería más bien, se trata como de expandir su red profesional y pues de conocer otros negocios, de darse a conocer y pues sí, en general conocer a otros negocios y otras personas a través de la cámara y sus eventos.
Right.
Also, another question I had: if you're a new member to the chamber and you have an existing business, are you still able to hold, or is it beneficial to hold a ribbon cutting?
Absolutely.
Well-
Ribbon cutting is one of our events, and ribbon cutting is to promote and to celebrate the new membership of this particular member, and to showcase this person's business during that ribbon cutting event. It's a ceremony, and most of the time ceremonies are going to be fun. They're going to be well attended. They're going to get great exposure within the chamber. We also help promote the ceremony weeks in advance to our general mailing list.
Oh, so that's interesting. So one of the biggest misconceptions is they're going to do the ribbon cutting to promote the business, but we're actually doing the ribbon cutting to promote the member.
The member's business.
Okay, I see. I
Yes,
see.
yes. So it's really a celebration on, okay, we have a new member. We want to get to know them. We want to bring people to their facility or their shop or their restaurant or their office, whichever one or whatever kind of business they have. And for them to get the floor time with a gathering of 20 to 30 people sometimes, and sometimes it could get all the way up to 60, depending on the venue and the host. The ribbon cuttings are an essential part of gathering the chamber together to help celebrate an opening or a continuing of a business member.
That's good.
Sounds great.
Excellent.
One of the things also, why do you have different categories of membership? We have corporate, small business, and individual, correct?
Correct. Basically, we understand that the dynamics of businesses, it ranges from one small mom and pop shop all the way to big corporations. The reasons why we have different levels of membership is the number of people that they can allow to one of our mixers and events, and we're very loose in that rule. But the concept is, you're a mom and pop shop. You should not pay a corporate member price. But a corporate membership price should not be able to pay a small business price, just because they have the amount of manpower that they have, and they technically can send a representative every month to every single event based on that membership price. But a small mom and pop shop can, logistically, they can go to every single event if they want to, but since they run their own shop, the timing and the time management is going to be difficult for them. So they may attend once a month, maybe sometimes once every 2 months. It looks like we're coming up on our 2-minute break. We have a local band called Band Locura, the song El Campo. What we like to do also on the radio station is promote local talent on this radio station. And we'll be right back in a few moments.
Ay, ese aroma fresco que trae la mañana. la luna, que salga el sol, que salgan las estrellas. Anda y tráete esa dulce esencia que alivia nuestro corazón. Ando buscando ese caminillo hacia el río. La locura de vivir en un mundo que gira sin parar y a veces no deja respirar. La locura de amar. La locura de vivir en un mundo que gira sin parar y a veces no deja respirar. La locura de amar. Pasan los días y quiero tenerte, pero entre vidas creo perderte. Como el aire que viene y va, te tengo que soltar si realmente quiero dar. Veo en tus ojos esa mirada, el deseo de vivir sin miedo. Vamos caminando juntos tú y yo por el laberinto de nuestras almas. La locura de vivir en un mundo que gira sin parar y a veces no deja respirar. La locura de amar. La locura de vivir en un mundo que gira sin parar y a veces no deja respirar. La locura de amar. La locura de vivir en un mundo que gira sin parar y a veces no deja respirar. La locura de amar. La locura de vivir en un mundo que gira sin parar y a veces no deja respirar. La locura de amar. Que es lo que llama el alma, va a seguir su camino. Que es lo que llama el alma, va a acercarse a ese fuego. Que es lo que llama el alma, va a ir contra el viento. Que es lo que llama el alma, va a lanzarse al desconocido. Ay, 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 ay. Que mis manos están para transformar. Lo pasado no se puede olvidar. Que de allí despego y en este momento navego por lo más oscuro, pero encuentro claridad en mi alma, en esta vida que tanto gira y respira nueva realidad, que inspira y me tira para probar. Que yo sé que puedo lograr. Tengo pasado, presente a mi gente que lucha por vivir, que resiste para decir las historias que se tienen que oír. No se pierden, no, no, no se pierden. Las seguimos tú y yo, las seguimos tú y yo. Que es lo que llama el alma, va a seguir su camino. Que es lo que llama el alma, va a acercarse a ese fuego. Que es lo que llama el alma, va a ir contra el viento. Que es lo que llama el alma, va a lanzarse al desconocido. Ay, ese aroma fresco que trae la mañana en el campo de tu amor. Que salga la luna, que salga el sol, que salgan las estrellas. Ando buscando ese caminillo hacia el río. testaferro del traidor de los aplausos. Un servidor de
Welcome
pasado
back to
en
H5C
Copa
in
Nueva.
your community. H5C en tu comunidad. Me llamo Johnny, presidente the Chamber of Commerce of Contra Costa. One thing that I wanted to mention is the mission of the Chamber. The Chamber is here, and the mission of the Hispanic Chamber is to develop, enhance, and promote valuable business opportunities for our members while providing a special emphasis on education, cultural awareness, and available resources within the Hispanic community and Contra Costa overall.
That's awesome.
Now, going back to the mission of the Hispanic Chamber, one of our another mission is what we do is we help connect people with the corporate members, and there's a lot of corporate members that are either looking for people to hire or people to do business with. So that's one of our big connections as well, is to work with the corporate members as well as the local government within this area. At this time, I think we're going to go into our past events. One of our past events that we had was the Green Business Workshop. The Green Business Workshop was held at Opportunity Junction in Antioch, where Renacer came in and promoted how to do business, how to do green business and be profitable. This workshop was really beneficial for a lot of the new members as well as the old members as well. And it covered a lot of information on why a business needs to be socially responsible. And that's really the key or the key reason or the key meaning behind green business. How are we sustainable in the green business, and why do people need to think about green? It's because of social responsibility reasons.
And there's also this misconception that green doesn't necessarily translate into profits, but we were actually able to learn last week that it does, that it can actually be very profitable to be green and, like you said, be socially responsible.
Right, exactly. One perfect example is to minimize your printing efforts and to save all your documents, what they call is on the cloud or on your hard drive. And when you actually save on your printing, you're actually saving paper, which results in less office supply expense, and management of documents is pretty much through your cloud system or through your hard drive. It makes it more efficient and cost effective.
What about a restaurant business?
A restaurant business can go green too, and during the workshop we were talking about how green businesses can actually get rebates or get help from a local utility company. I know PG&E and East Bay Mud and all those other companies will actually come out to the location, do an analysis of your equipments and all your mechanical equipments to determine if it's something that you should upgrade into a green capacity. And why would you want to do that? Well, you want to. One of the major costs of a restaurant, besides labor, is the energy cost, the amount of gas that's used, the amount of electricity that's used, especially when there's high refrigeration facilities. Those are the ones that are pretty much energy consumers and high energy bills. And this is where the local utility companies can help you come in and reduce your costs, and do a whole analysis on your. And the thing is, most of these services are free through the utility companies, PG&E, East Bay Mud, Contra Costa. Even the waste services will come out and help you.
So really, businesses don't have absolutely anything to lose.
No, they don't have anything to lose, and they have a lot to gain, especially when they're going to help the environment and help the community overall.
And reduce their costs.
And reduce their costs, exactly. So the chamber is going to have more green business workshops in the future. Look for them on our calendar. And I think this is a topic where you are thinking about opening up your own business. How can you become socially responsible and give back to your community?
That's true. I also wanted to thank Douglas and Hernan. They were the ones who actually presented this demonstration, and they talked about the green business, which was held in Antioch.
Yes.
Also, let's talk about the person that we had here from New York Life, Candelario. We had a ribbon cutting. Can you tell us a little bit how that went?
Yeah, remember when in the previous segment we talked about ribbon cutting? It was a celebration.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this is actually an example, the perfect example, and we can talk to our listeners a little bit about it and what New York Life was able to get out of it.
So basically, New York Life, when they asked us to help them do the ribbon cutting, they called it a Meet the Firm event. and all of our members were invited to go there to meet the firm and meet the top managing partners of New York Life, and to be able to connect with them and network with them and their agents as well to see if there's any potential business involved. We also want to give a quick thank you to Nature's Bounty Cafe that catered the event. She is one of our members as well.
Delicious food.
It was very good food, and that is our that is one of our main missions, is to promote the business and to go back. I sound like a broken record that every time we get on the radio or go to an event, we're promoting someone's business. That's literally what we do. We'll invite people through our mailing list. We'll promote it within the community and gather people, and then have them give them the floor time to talk about the ribbon cutting. Now, both of you went to the New York Life ribbon cutting down in San Ramon at their main headquarters. What did you guys take out of it? What did you guys get out of this ribbon cutting?
I actually thought it was a really great opportunity, like you said, to meet the senior partners and the agents, because it's not every day that we actually get the opportunity to do these. They are very busy people, and it was really great. Tuvimos la oportunidad de conocer a personas pues que tienen mucha señoría, que tienen mucha experiencia, y eso es algo que realmente no tenemos la oportunidad de hacer todos los días, dado su horario tan ocupado y pues diferentes ocupaciones. Entonces fue de verdad muy muy provechoso.
I also want to thank Kenny for the tour of the office and for the beautiful gifts that he gave us on the way out. So thank you very much, Kenny.
Yeah, that office houses, I didn't even count how many seats, but it looked like 100 agents in there. And then they had an amazing filing system where their shelvings are immaculate, all in order. If anybody gets a chance to tour a corporate office of a corporate company, New York Life is a good model to follow by.
One of the things that actually impressed me is that all they're in-house. They have underwriters in-house. Everything processes in-house. They don't outsource anything. So it's a great benefit to have that.
Absolutely. And of course, New York Life is always promoting their career agents. They're looking for more Latinos in the community to be part of New York Life and promote the financial aspects of New York Life. And it's basically like what we said last week. It is a financial guide. It's not just insurance sales.
Correct. And they were also here to tell us a little bit about their Hispanic initiative. So that's also part of what you were talking about.
Exactly. So that's what happened this past week. We all had a great time. We did a lot of great business, and I know myself personally, I got a lot of great contacts, especially when they started talking about insurance.
Right.
That's something that's for me, it's easy to talk about. We have a future event that's coming up, which is actually this coming Friday, and our 13th annual education conference is going to be up. And I know we're going to be short on time on this segment, but if we do continue, we're going to continue the education conference conversation into the next segment. And it looks like we are coming up to a break real quick. Is there anything we should talk about during the ag conference on I guess we'll talk about the donation site, what we're going to do on the next segment. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break right now. It's La Misa Negra. La Misa Negra. La Cumbia Cura is the song. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to H5C in your community. My name is Ray Villanueva, Vice President with Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And now I wanted to ask you, Johnny, can you tell us a little bit about the conference that we're having this Friday?
Okay, so this Friday coming up on November 1st, it's our 13th annual education conference. We call it Narrowing the Gap. And this year's theme is DYI,
DYI.
Inspire, or Inspire. DYI, what does DIY mean?
Do it yourself.
Right, do it yourself. So basically what our mission as a chamber is we come together every year to basically shuttle in about 400 Latino high school students to come in, and as business professionals, we want to basically show them that education is important to graduate high school, to go to college, to get that education. And as business professionals, we want to be able to give that to the community, give that message to the community, because I know for myself, graduating from college is one of the best things in the world for me. It's actually one of the best times in my life. But the education that I got from it is by far better than high school.
Este es de hecho uno de los eventos más grandes y más populares que tenemos y tenemos mucho apoyo por parte de la comunidad, por lo cual estamos muy agradecidos. También hablando de comunidad, queremos dar las gracias a pues todos los que nos están escuchando en San Francisco, en Oakland, en San José, Walnut Creek, Concord, hasta Los Ángeles, Richmond. Muchísimas gracias por sintonizar y por favor no olviden mandarnos cualquier pregunta que usted tenga. También Pleasant Hill, muchísimas gracias. Tenemos Pittsburgh, Orinda,
San Carlos
y
y Puerto Rico. Hola, Oria, ¿cómo está?
Hasta por allá estamos. Muchísimas gracias. Y como les digo, si tienen preguntas o algo, por favor, aquí estamos. Volviendo a lo de la conferencia, de verdad, como decía Johnny, son alrededor de 400 estudiantes más o menos que están en los grados 10 y 11. Y pues tratando de inspirarlos un poco y de exponerlos a diferentes áreas que igual y no son tan bien representadas por hispanos. Entonces, pues les queremos como proveerles estas oportunidades y pues más que nada que estén expuestos a diferentes cosas que igual y por lo regular no tienen acceso.
Laura, te puse una pregunta. La escuela, ¿dónde va a ser este año?
Esto va a ser en CSU East Bay en Concord. Hay dos, pero esta va a ser en Concord. Y va a ser el 1 de noviembre de 8 de la mañana a 2 de la tarde.
¿Y va a haber más escuelas también participando?
Muchísimas escuelas, sí, de diferentes distritos en todo Contra Costa. Sí, definitivamente.
¿Y cómo lo vamos a hacer? ¿La gente va a guiar para la escuela o nosotros vamos a recogerlos? ¿Cómo va?
Por lo regular se hace con autobuses, entonces diferentes escuelas mandan pues los distritos. Ellos deciden qué escuelas van a ir, cuántos estudiantes pueden llevar y todo, y llegan en autobús.
¿Y los estudiantes van a recibir becas?
Vamos a dar este año sí becas para ayudarlos con sus estudios porque pues las tarifas cada vez están más y más grandes, más altas, entonces sí, van a recibir definitivamente ayuda también. Y muchos recursos, muchas oportunidades, porque obviamente pues que más quisiéramos poderlos ayudar a todos, pero podemos definitivamente mostrarles o darles recursos para que ellos vayan y pues vean ahí las oportunidades que hay.
¿Y va a haber un cobro para atender?
No, es 100% gratis para los estudiantes y también lo hacemos por medio de voluntarios y como les había dicho somos pues muy afortunados en tener el apoyo de toda la comunidad.
Y última pregunta, ¿aquí nos va a empezar?
Va a ser de las 8 de la mañana a las 2 de la tarde.
Entonces si los papás no están trabajando pueden atender y también, ¿verdad?
Sí, tenemos como voluntarios y diferentes aspectos, sí.
Yeah, from what I gather on that conversation, this conference is actually very heavy, intensive in labor and as well as costs.
Correct.
We would not be able to put this function together without the help of our volunteers, without the help of our business leaders within the chamber, also without the financial help of our chamber members as well as sponsoring organizations. Sponsoring organizations such as Tesoro, Shell, PG&E, AT&T, they all help contribute to this education conference. And it's a great gathering. A lot of business leaders are preparing to make their case and on how they became a business leader in the community and how they grew up from, as a little boy, being usually typically being a son or a daughter of an immigrant that lived in the Contra Costa area or even in California, and how they survived and became successful business contributors in the community.
Great. So from what Laura was telling me, it starts at 8 o'clock and it ends at 3, 4?
It ends at 2 o'clock.
Oh, it's almost a whole day event.
We call it a half day because there's going to be three workshops for the students to attend. They're geared towards the arts and media. It's another workshop is geared towards the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Okay.
And another workshop is geared towards the public service. Public service meaning that either you go to a school to become a police officer or criminal justice, or even a politician if you want to become a lawmaker or go into that route. These are career opportunities that's beneficial for anyone in the community. So regardless if you're looking to open your own business or to become heavily involved in the policies and legal aspect of the government, it's all there for you in this one day.
Okay, perfect.
And like Johnny said, es bien importante, es 100%, los voluntarios que nos están ayudando lo hacen realmente porque ellos creen en esta causa, creen en la educación para nuestros jóvenes y no se les paga. Ellos definitivamente vienen porque es algo de lo que sienten una convicción muy grande. Entonces, pues queremos agradecerles a todos los voluntarios y todos los que hacen esto una realidad. Muchísimas gracias.
And you'll see the donation website on the radio show, 2013 educationconference.causevox.com. If you can donate $10, $20 to help a student with their lunch, that'd be great. We are still looking for financial contributions to help offset the cost of this education conference.
That's right.
Okay, great. It looks like we're going to segue into one of our member business. We want to start calling this Member Spotlight. Ray Villanueva of Pacific Funding Group, he's looking down on his phone and texting really hard because it's business. And I know that there will be people asking about your business. What do you do, Ray?
Well, I'm a mortgage banker. I work for Pacific Funding Group here in Walnut Creek, and we're a direct lender. We also have a partnership with a credit union. My specialty is first-time home buyers.
First-time home buyers. Okay. So if I were, let's use Laura because she just graduated from Berkeley, and she's got a job now, and she's obviously has a great earning potential in front of her in the future. And later down the line, we know that she's married and she's probably going to want to buy a house.
That's right.
Where do you get started first? I mean, do you call her? Do you open up a phone book and start calling real estate agents, or do you?
Or the bank, how do I go about it?
You want to talk to a friend about it? I mean, what do most people do when they start talking about, I want to buy a house?
Well, the funny thing is that they always go after a real estate agent, but you should always get pre-approved for a loan first. And since you just graduated, there are 3 factors: credit, reserves, which is how much money you have in the bank, and then also how much you owe. So since you just graduated, you could buy a house now if you like, if you have a good credit score. And what we do is, even though companies require that you have 2 years of financial tax returns that you should report, since you just graduated, I'm sure you have a copy of your degree, right? Mm-hmm. So we would incorporate that because we also know that you just graduated from college, from university, from Berkeley, and down the line you're going to be earning a certain amount because you're working in your field, which helps you out a lot. Second, the down payment. I know you just started working, but we have programs like SHDAP with CalHAFA that will give you 3% for the down payment. All you got to cover is the closing costs. But since we're going with FHA will allow you to have a gift from either your parents.
What is actually FHA?
The Federal Housing Administration.
Okay.
People think it's actually a loan, but it's not. The government only insures a loan. So to make it simple, if you go to a bank, they'll give you a loan. But their guidelines are very strict. So FHA, since they insure that loan, they insure up to 97%. So the banks will not be risking that much, and we'll be able to help you out a lot more. The average credit score is 640, but we do have programs that will allow you, even if you have a 580 FICO score, which is a credit score.
So the FHA is really an insurance program for the lenders in case the borrower
Default.
defaults.
Yes.
So that way, the lender, whoever's giving out the money, will end up having money given back to him if the owner can't pay. Is that correct?
That's right. FHA has always been around since 1945, but it was used a lot more here in California after, I would say, 2008, because in 2007 we experienced the mortgage meltdown, the credit crunch.
Crisis.
Right. And the cap was $417,000. So here in California, to find a house under that in those times was actually almost impossible. But we saw a lot of FHA coming out full force in around 2008 when foreclosure and short sales came out. So all the prices dropped, interest rates dropped as well, and now you see FHA being utilized a lot.
Excellent.
Entonces este es un programa, por lo que estoy entendiendo, que es un poco más flexible que como si fuera a pedir un préstamo a un banco, ¿correcto?
Sí, es cierto. Si una persona tiene un crédito medio bajo, el crédito que se ocupa para tomar una hipoteca o un préstamo es 640, pero tenemos programas que le puede ayudar a una persona si tiene 580 para comprar su casa.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
we have a caller.
Oh, we have a caller. Who's this?
This is Ricardo.
Hey,
with Axis
Ricardo.
Real Estate,
Where are you calling from?
from Axis Real Estate in San Carlos.
Oh, hey, Ricardo. Everybody, this is Ricardo Achila from Access Real Estate. I've been working with them for how long now?
It's been about 10 years now.
10 years. Wow. Did you hear?
Yeah.
You heard us on the radio?
I just heard you on the radio, and I thought I'd call in to tell everybody that it's been a pleasure working with you over the years, and I've definitely increased my business working with you.
Oh,
And all my buyers have always been happy with the service you've provided.
good. So you're calling from San Mateo County?
San Mateo County?
Mm-hmm. Is that where you're calling from?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Oh,
San Carlos,
so
San
anybody
Mateo.
looking to
I'm glad you're on the
relocate to
radio now,
San-
because all the information you'll give to people will be very valuable.
So anybody looking for a real estate agent in San Mateo, look for Ricardo Archila.
You speak Spanish, right?
Ricardo
Of course.
Archila. I do, Spanish speaking.
Hi, Ricardo. It's Johnny.
Johnny, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I know you through Ray as well. I know you do good. You produce a great service out there in the community, as well as your local real estate association. So congratulations on your position.
Thank you. I'm glad both of you are on the radio then.
Great. Well, thank you for calling, Rick.
Okay, talk to you guys later.
All right,
Bye.
bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. So real estate is always going to be a hot topic. Whether you're buying, you're selling, you're refinancing, you're moving up and moving down. Something always triggers a transaction for one reason or another. It's a big industry. I know there's a lot of people talking about it. The forecast. What is the forecast for this industry right now?
Well, interest rates are still low. The house prices have stagnated a little bit, but we are expecting the interest rates to rise, especially, I think, the beginning of 2014. But nevertheless, FHA has also decreased their guidelines. If you had a short sale or foreclosure, the waiting period was 3 years. Now it's only 1 year.
Oh, really?
Right. So anybody who had a short sale or a foreclosure, you're able to repurchase. But we need to prove that you either had loss of job, loss of wages, or hours.
The financial hardship.
Financial
Prove
hardship.
the financial hardship.
Right. And a lot of people are bouncing back. A lot of people are, we call them rebound buyers. So the market is moving. And like I said, I mean, the government shutdown didn't help much, but it was just a little small fork in the road.
So, ¿cuáles son algunas de las tres consejos o tres tips que les puedas dar a nuestra audiencia para si se quieren preparar para comprar su primera casa?
Primero, que se fijen en el crédito, porque nadie le importa el crédito hasta cuando va a empezar a comprar una casa.
Correcto. Ujú.
El segundo es guardar dinero y pagar los biles a tiempo, y también empezar con lo que uno reporta, y más si está trabajando por su cuenta, si tiene su propio negocio. Mucha gente no quiere reportar todo lo que gana para no pagar, pero a la última reporta menos ingresos y a veces no va a poder comprar, porque por ejemplo, si uno gana $50,000 al año, pero para no pagar los taxis reporta 10, 20 con muchas pérdidas, entonces no va a poder comprar, aunque nosotros sabemos que sí puede con los pagos.
Claro.
Excellent. So If you want more information and want to get in touch with Ray Villanueva, go to our website, h5c.org. That's h5c.org. And look for him. He's our vice president of the Hispanic Chamber. At this time, we're going to take our third break. We have a local artist called the Bayonics, and the song is called Ay Mami. Be back in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Ay, mamita, te ves tan rica y tan chula en la cintura. Ay, mamita, te ves tan rica y tan chula en la cintura. Oh. Desde latinas, morenitas, güeritas, hasta las chinitas, párense a like fuego, something like tego. Calderón, mujeres me dicen chescachibón. Nunca con amigos, siempre con mis primos. You know my estilo, he sido sin de principio. Ahora ve conmigo y de alguna manera te enseño que sí soy tu tipo. Mamá, eres bella, cuerpo como botella, puedes confiar en mí. No soy player, soy tipo con lo chocón, primo sabroso y tragos tropicales como tica que coco. Manos en el aire, enséñame tu baile. Bayonics sofa reggaeton and you know we own it. Ay mami, dame un besito que me gusta a mí. Ay mami, mueve la cosita que me gusta así. Ay mami, dame un besito que me gusta a mí. Ay mami, mueve la cosita que me gusta así. Mami, mucho bonita, epa, y tú, get it poppin' like YouTube, so beautiful, Izade, bonita, manzana, bam, dum, Frisco Tone, we blazing, I can tell tú eres la más rica, Pacífico, exquisito, dirty dance en la mata, costumbre de la nana, vamos por la cama, come on, I see your true color shining, it's blinding, we full throttle grinding, let's play sex, play Lex Luger maneuvers, backwards and forwards, strumming sensual guitar chords, yippee, we doing dirty deeds and telly sweets, me gusta trabajo, and how she work that body, whoa, shake it, ay mami, dame un besito que me gusta a mí, ay mami, mueve la cosita que me gusta así, ay mami, dame un besito que me gusta a mí, ay mami, mueve la cosita que me gusta así. Shake that down, work that down. Shake that down, work that down. Shake that down, work that down. Así me gusta el reggaeton mix con Bayonics, un poquito de cumbia. A ver.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to H5C en tu comunidad. Before our break, we were speaking about mortgages, and I just wanted to give you my information. If you need to get a hold of me, my name is Raimundo Villanueva. I work with Pacific Funding Group. My phone number is 925-812-1041. Once again, my phone number is 925-812-1041. But most importantly, I wanted to invite you to all of our Hispanic member mixers and events because I'll be there and we could talk in person. If you want to find out more about our events, please visit www.h5c.org. and then log on, register your email address so you could be on the mailing list. So now we're going to talk about upcoming events. Johnny?
Well, the next coming event, besides the education conference that's coming this Friday, we have the what they call the 9th Annual Business Expo. This business expo is put together by the Concord Chamber. They invited the Hispanic Chamber as well as Pleasant Hill, Lafayette, and Martinez to come together under one roof. And this business expo is going to showcase our members, of course. You know, New York Life is one of our big major sponsors, as well as our local Ford dealers as well. We also have Cover California that's going to be doing a Affordable Health Act seminar or workshop. There's going to be great interaction. There's going to be booths. I know that you're going to have a booth. I'm going to have a booth myself for my insurance business. The Hispanic Chamber is going to have a booth as well to promote the membership and the chamber itself. So it looks like we're all going to be there, and I'm very excited. We're going to probably have about 500 people come through this hotel.
Actually, for one of our listeners, they may have a question. Do we have any booths available still?
At this point, we probably have about, I don't know, 5 tops. It's been extremely successful. We're almost sold out. So we also received a few phone calls this morning. So like I said, I really don't know the final count, but we probably have about 2. Yeah, probably like 5 tops.
5
tops.
left.
And the table price is actually super affordable. Isn't that correct?
It is. It's $175, right?
That was before the 24th.
Oh, it went up now.
24th. Oh, okay. So early bird registration is over. It was a $175 for a member booth. And now I believe the prices have been raised to...
Correct. So for all the information, all the details, please go to our website, h5c.org, and we should have it all there. So.
Yes. So another upcoming event is what I call the San Ramon Referral Group. This is a midday luncheon event where a group of 20 gathers for lunch. It's going to be at El Nido Restaurant in Danville, off of Town and Country Road. And the concept of this luncheon is really simple. Come show up for lunch, bring $10 for your own lunch meal, and promote your business. If you're a member, you actually get 1 minute to promote your business. But if you're not a member, you come as a guest, you are basically there to promote your name and your business. Mm-hmm. And Ray, you've been spearheading the San Ramon luncheon
in Antioch,
and Antioch as well. What are the important ideas when you're a guest visiting? What should a guest do when you come to one of these luncheon events?
Well, one of the important key factors here is, depending on your business, meet everyone that attends. Also, try to start looking for your power partners.
A power partner? What's a power partner?
Someone that will help you grow your business. Like, for instance, in my case, I'm a mortgage banker, so I look for 3 types of businesses: CPAs, insurance agents, and most importantly, real estate agents. So if you're out there, please give me a call. And another thing, too, that's very important is practice your elevator speech.
What is that?
That is a 35-second promotional piece that you say. One of the biggest mistakes that we do when we go to these type of events is that we don't practice our elevator speech, and we only have a minute, and we don't have a message. We don't have enough time to actually relay the message that we want to tell the people.
Okay, en otras palabras, lo que se le llama como un discurso en el elevador. Por lo regular en el elevador tenemos 30 a 35 segundos y es pues acerca del negocio, qué es lo que ofrece y pues algo realmente rápido y que sea claro para que la gente pueda entender y puedan saber exactamente cuál es su negocio.
Correct. Actually, if you don't mind, I'll give you an example.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, my name is Ray Villanueva. I'm a mortgage banker. Who do you know that has experienced a foreclosure, short sale, or has bad credit? If you know this type of person, please refer them over to me. My name is Raimundo Villanueva, Pacific Funding Group. That's it.
Time's up.
Time's up. And it actually goes by very fast.
Yeah, 30 seconds is quick. Let me practice mine real quick.
Okay, go for it. No,
well, I actually,
try it.
because we're all in business for ourselves, we should be doing. So here's my 30 seconds. Hi, my name is Johnny. I'm an insurance broker. Who do you know that has been declined by life insurance? I can help them find the most affordable life insurance based on the insurance companies that I work with.
That's awesome. Now try that in Spanish.
Well, ¿conoce alguien para comprar la seguranza vida?
Seguro
Oh.
de vida.
Seguro de vida.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's good. It's good. It's good. Really
I'm gonna
good.
I'll practice that later on. So we have
tengo
a
de hecho algo. I just have something to say really quickly. We just got the news that we're actually completely sold out for the Business Expo.
We did.
we did.
Yes,
Nice.
completely
We're
sold out.
completely
You
sold
can
out.
still go, obviously, maybe not have, a booth, but it will be a great opportunity to mingle, to meet other people, to network. I mean,
You
it's
know,
going to be a great event.
Laura brings up a good point. I didn't attend last year, so paint a picture for our listeners.
Okay, so I went last year as an attendee. I did not have a table. The year before, I had a table. So I'm going to give two scenarios. As an attendee, what you should do, and this is out of respect of the people who purchased the table, is when you go to the table and you talk about the other person's business, a lot of attendees tend to push their business to the table vendors. Well, out of respect for the people who paid, that's something that, the attendees should not do. What they should do is when they're attending is definitely be friendly, talk about, they're more than welcome to talk about their business, but don't try to be pushy about their business and try to shove your own information into the people who actually committed and invested that table. And again, if you know somebody there, and if you go with somebody, it's a great networking event. There's more than enough business to go around in that room. As a table vendor, on the flip side, as a table vendor, you're going to get bombarded with a lot of traffic. People are going to ask you, what do you do? People are going to ask you, how do you do this? People are going to ask you, what kind of giveaways you have. And one of the biggest things that people have on these tables are the giveaways.
Right.
So when you go to a table, sometimes a giveaway, you can find a little flashlight. Sometimes you'll find a little envelope opener. Sometimes you'll find, all sorts of different what we call swag. The swag is actually kind of fun to collect if you like using them.
Okay, we just have a question here from Jose from San Pablo. It's, mi empresa es de limpieza y estoy interesado en aprender sobre green business. ¿Hay también en español? La respuesta es sí. We also have green business in Spanish. Definitivamente lo ofrecemos también en español. If I'm not mistaken, the next one should be
the next one is being scheduled. Unfortunately, I could not find a venue for the November one.
Probably in Spanish,
Right,
correct?
it will be in Spanish, and
Right.
it will most likely be in Bay Point.
Okay, para más información, José, definitivamente puede ir a nuestra website y como ya le había dicho Ray, inscribirse en para que reciba todos nuestros eventos y ahí van a aparecer los que tenemos, incluyendo los talleres sobre cómo hacerse green, cómo hacer su negocio green, cuándo va a ser, en dónde, si va a ser en español y el tema también.
Y también para la otra vez queremos grabar el evento y lo queremos poner en el website, si os quiere.
Ok, también tenemos aquí a Mary de Bay Point preguntándonos que en dónde puede agarrar la información para la educación de empresarios. De hecho, nosotros aquí con la cámara tenemos una serie o un programa que es precisamente de educación en cuanto a negocios o en cuanto a administración de empresas. So right now we're talking about our business education series.
We're planning our business education series for 2013. We're looking for topics to teach. We're going to bring those topics with the experts to have a workshop. Green business is one topic. We can talk about finance, accounting,
Marketing.
social media marketing.
Nos pueden tal vez mandar un correo electrónico o llamarnos aquí al estudio y ver lo que ustedes están interesados, qué es lo que quieren aprender y para nosotros tomarlo en cuenta y que ustedes lo vean que de hecho pase. No estamos hablando de 5 o 10 años, no, estamos hablando de los siguientes meses y también incluyendo el año que viene. Entonces, claro que tenemos todos estos workshops y ahí también tenemos información en nuestra página de internet, h5c.org, y se va a donde dice About Us y luego están los committees del lado derecho y ahí están todos nuestros comités, incluyendo the Business Education Series.
That's right. And with the business education series, we're always looking for venues as well, so places to hold the classroom. So Jose from San Pablo, if you know of a location that you would like to introduce us, we'd be glad to reach out to that particular place and have a classroom-style workshop and seminar to have that either green business or any other topic that we can utilize and help the business owners in that area. How much time do we have left? I believe we have a few more minutes, about 3 minutes. We can keep talking about the business education series. Why? One of the reasons why we do the business education series. Anybody want to guess why we do this?
To educate business owners and to keep them informed in regards to the latest business trends. So like I said, marketing, social platforms. This is actually fairly new. All this Twitter, Facebook, I mean, a few years ago, not that I'm very old anyway, but a few years ago, this was not really heard of. It was probably just a website, and that's about it. And nowadays, like I said, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have everything. And it's something for business owners to definitely be aware of.
Right. So the business education series is meant to educate our current members or any guests that we have on business practices, whether to maintain a business, to start a business, to grow a business, to sustain a business. It also evolves into a networking portion as well. So it's a learning workshop as well as a networking event. And we utilize our own member list in order to provide that expert opinion. So as I say, for instance, we want to talk, do a workshop about immigration or EB. I forgot the EB visas, that the working visas that you can obtain. We can have a workshop on that, and we'll bring in a local lawyer to explain the process, or even certification on how to do business with the government. We'll bring in an expert to come in and talk about how to do business and get those minority certifications.
You brought up a point. We're going to show them how to do business with the government, so that means we're also going to guide them to the right place on how to get certified as well?
That's correct. We'll show them the resources, the links, the documentation that they need, ranging from, personal history to a personal statement, all the way to the financial documents that they need to compile and put together in order to get those certifications to do business.
So that would be a good opportunity for Jose. He said it was his janitorial work.
Is that his line of business?
Limpieza.
Limpieza.
Yes. So that would be a great way of one, learning how to become a green and more social responsible business, as well as to be able to open up the doors for him to work either for the government or a large corporation on a contracted basis.
Correct.
Entonces es una buena oportunidad para José. Le vamos a enseñar cómo ganar sus certificados, también para poder ganar contratos con el gobierno. Es una buena
claro, y
oportunidad.
puede llegar a ser una oportunidad muy lucrativa. Entonces, definitivamente, José, si usted gusta más información, nos puede llamar al teléfono que aparece en pantalla o mandarnos un email.
Good.
Excellent. So it looks like we're going to wrap up the show, and for next week, we're actually going to have a special guest next week.
A very special guest.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so next week we're going to invite our past president, Eric Maldonado of Travis Credit Union. He's also the chair of our Government Affairs Committee, and this is another aspect of the chamber that we haven't even talked about, government affairs. How is our relationship between the chamber and our local elected officials, and how do we as business owners take advantage of that? And in my opinion, the business owner that is well versed in the policies and politics that's coming up, especially on laws that's going to affect their business, is the one that's going to be more prepared and more profitable. So stay tuned next week on our radio station. My name is Johnny. I'm the president of the Hispanic Chamber, and here with me is Ray Villanueva, my vice president, as well as Laura Maldonado, my office team. And H5C in your community. We're signing off today. Anything else more you guys want to add?
We'll see you Friday.
That's right. And remember that we have our education conference. Please
help support it.
Yes.
Help support it financially. If you can help volunteer, please let us know as well. It's a great cause for the students. They are our future leaders. They're going to determine what we do in 10, 20 years.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.